Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So, I've been up here on this roof, and it's about 45 degrees. It's kind of chilly out here. I've gone through and I've cut out some pieces of siding here and had to splice in some new pieces. I put a new piece of flashing on here, and I left the original siding up a little bit higher so that way it'll be able to drain, and hopefully I won't need to do this again. I mean, it was 15 years ago that I did it before. I put in some water putty right here. I'll lightly sand that, and tomorrow I'll come back and paint it, and then this will be good to go. Interesting thing today at practice. We talking about practice, Cowboys practice, not just Mark Holmes up here on the roof, hopefully not falling off. Dak Prescott. Now, understand today's practice is an abbreviated practice. It's a little bit shorter than normal because the Cowboys played the game. Wait a minute. Those Cowboy flags over there. Wait a minute, hold up. Look at that. Hold on. Wait. Are those Cowboy flags? Look at that. There's some of my people right there. Those are Cowboy flags. See, look at that. Cowboys, we're everywhere. We're everywhere. It don't matter what states you go to, there are Cowboys. And I don't want to hear no bandwagon shit either, okay? I've been a Cowboys fan all my damn life. Anyway, DeMarcus Lawrence, D-Law, is actually beginning to start the beginning of working out. He's actually doing individual work with the what you call it, the strings or the rubbers.
With the strength coach.
Yeah, the strength coach and stuff. So he's getting close to returning. And in this abbreviated practice, because we played on Sunday night, Dak Prescott looked good. He looked good. He was actually doing all the work and stuff that he was supposed to. And tomorrow he will be a full go. And tomorrow I will be done with this stuff over here because I'll come up here and paint, and then I can keep my ass the hell up off of here. I don't like roofs. I don't like them. So for our Cowboys, we're looking actually pretty good. Now, other teams, here's where, where things are kind of funny. It's not funny, but I mean, there's an article out right now about the Cowboys contemplating cutting Lyle Collins. That may happen at the end of the season because of salary cap stuff. But when you read that, you start thinking, oh man, are they getting ready to cut, Lyle Collins? We know Odell Beckham looks like he's going to be cut because, nobody wants to trade for that salary. No, he's not going to be cut. Because here's the thing. For example, think about New Orleans. New Orleans has been playing great. All of a sudden, they're a sneaky 5-2. And there might be the toughest game we have on the schedule, them and the Cardinals. But their problem is Michael Thomas, their wide receiver, he's done for the year. That ankle just hasn't healed right. And, of course, Jameis Winston is gone. And they don't have another quarterback other than Tyson Hill, who's really a running back. And, damn, I can't think of who the guy was that won this weekend. So that's their Achilles heel. For us, well, Achilles heel, you could almost say Tyron Smith with the bone spur in his foot might be our Achilles heel. But we don't want to goose people. Lyle Collins might have to play left tackle, or he might just go back to playing right tackle, and then we end up having Steele over at left tackle. Stop trying to get rid of people, man. We need these players. If you're going to make a deep run, you got to have depth, and you've got to have a rotation of players. And I'm happy because we are getting more players back than we're losing. Our biggest problem is who's going to actually be playing? Are we have to turn around and say, hey, this guy, that guy, he's going to be cut? I mean, is going to be on IR or on non-active lists. And I'm going to tell you something right here, too. This is, hold on. Come back. This is the cable line right here, which, that won't hurt you. But this right here is the electric power line, okay? That's 200 volts off the street. And see, there's a reason why you're supposed to use a fiberglass ladder within 6 feet of one of those. Actually, you don't want to get 6 feet within 6 feet of the power lines. Good thing is, of course, those are insulated, unlike the power lines at the street. See the ones on the street? Up the pole? Those aren't insulated at all. Hold of one of those suckers, you're going to be kissing death. You could actually touch those, and hopefully there's no holes in it and not be electrocuted. But you don't want your ladder on there. So take this tip. Get a fiberglass ladder when you're working anywhere close to any power lines and stuff in the house. And quite frankly, they're stronger than the metal ones, or as far as working with them. Although I'm gonna be honest with you, this one right here, which is one of these ladders, it folds up and all that to 6 foot, but it extends all the way out to 26. So I can put it on my short bed truck. I've got a short bed truck. I miss Jet. I miss Big Red. When I could put my 30-foot ladder on the roof and stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna get down here and I'll check you in just a second. So I want to show you guys something here. Check out the roof rafters here, built in the 1900s, and this is before they had plywood. So you see what they actually did. These are 1-bys that they use for sheathing, and then they would have put cedar shingles. When we originally came back in here and rebuilt this, we put plywood on top of it just so that way the shingles would have a full roof to go in here, or they could have put a metal roof. And you can see some of the work that's actually in here. This is about 150, and I think it was 2007 was when we originally bought this after it's sitting for about 20 years vacant, and we rebuilt it, and she's still standing. Need to go through and do some painting and stuff. The tenants have been in here for quite a while and stuff, but you can see, look at that. That's a cut nail right there. An old cut nail. And when we get working at the red brick house, you'll see the cut nails that were actually handmade, each one at a time. And it's amazing when you think about it, that you can just go to Home Depot and just buy a whole bunch of nails and screws and everything else and use a screw gun. But back in the day, everything was made one piece at a time. It's a totally different world nowadays. But I have an affinity for these old houses, seeing this rough sawn lumber and stuff. This would be great to actually build something out of. Only problem with it is it's kind of amazing. When I was working on putting the siding up on the outside and repairing that, the studs are so old and aged, they're slow growth. The nail gun couldn't shoot them all the way in. And literally trying to hammer them the rest of the way in was like hammering concrete. That's one of the problems when you're doing one of these old houses with the old studs. The drywall screws will break off while you're hanging drywall. But there's nothing like an old house. Now, let me get back downstairs. I've got a toilet down here that's been running. We've got a water bill that's been like $300 a month because the handle sticks. And of course, the tenant didn't say anything about it. One of those other perils of being a landlord is you really need to check up on the tenants. You can't assume that just because somebody moved in that they're going to take care of it the way it's supposed to be taken care of. And when they're not flipping the bill, they don't care about a water leak or leaving the windows open or the AC down to 65. They don't mind flipping the bill onto you. So that is a learning lesson. Let me get down here.